Welcome in, everyone. How you doing? I'm Old Guy ADD. I'm going to be playing through Donkey Kong Country today, and I'm going to be doing it terribly with no rewind. So if you're looking for an average gamer to have good conversation with, you have found me. Welcome in. I am streaming this live on Facebook Gaming and Twitch, and I'm recording it for later upload tonight on YouTube. I'll be uploading all my night shows since I have the least interruptions at night. Because during the daytime, with as many kids as I have, it is wicked tough to stay in my seat for longer than 15 minutes sometimes. I'm going to do myself a favor and make a few polls right now at the beginning of the stream. And if you're watching this on Facebook Live, I appreciate you so much. If you're watching on Twitch Live, thanks for joining. I'll pull up the comments for both in a minute. Typing in some things here. Here we go. What's up, Jason Giles? How are you, dude? Welcome in. Corey Ranshaw, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Sorry, it's taking a minute to get started for those who are watching on YouTube later, but we are only about, let's see, we're about 2 minutes in right now, so it may seem like a while, but on my end, it's seeming like time is going by really fast. So, here I am. Thanks for joining. Welcome in. I need to update the the monthly star total. And alright, here we go. Jumping on the green guy. And welcome. What's up, Ori? What's up, Jason? How you doing? Thanks so much for joining. Welcome in. If you're watching on YouTube later, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Sponsored by Gold Gaming. Make sure and check them out if you like awesome t-shirts. They're very reasonable. You know, it's not quite Walmart prices, but it's certainly not quite concert pricing. What's up, Ori? What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining. Welcome. There we go. Got ourselves another life right away. Got 8 reactions on the show. That's awesome. Thank you for that. We're not using any rewind today, so any mess-ups I make on me. I will be switching games. What's up, Tim D. Wayne? How you doing, buddy? I will be switching games throughout the stream. So, hey, J.A. Ledford with 50 stars. A donation came in from J.A. Ledford. Thank you so much for the 50 stars, dude. Stars are a penny a piece. So they are, it's 50 cents he did. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Stars are a penny each. That's going to put us at 825 for the day. 825, almost to level 2. And let's see here. It looks like we are almost hitting level 10 for the 21st time this month. Level 10. Hitting level 10 during the day is the daily goal. That is dollars. Hit that 21 times this month. So thank you so much. What's up, Patty? How you doing, buddy? I'm sleepy and existing. Fair enough. I respect that. I am a little bit tired, but I had a nice little rest. A relaxation. It was a nice relaxing day after I got done running around. You bastard. Bastard. There we go. You take that, ground. I'm not perfect at these games, but I do pretty decent. Donkey Kong is a really tough game, though. There we go. Got him. Anything up here? No. Sleepy and existing. There we go. Working and lurking. Oh no. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to get the G. Oh well. E to the G. All right, J.A. Ledford, thank you so much for the stars. Appreciate that. There we go. All right. Thank you again. The GOAT thanks you, good sir. And for those on YouTube watching this later, you're like, what the hell do you mean the GOAT thanks you? Well, I just played a GOAT screaming screen that you can't hear because the desktop audio is off because I have the donation sounds off for YouTube because they're coming in from the book. A whole new explanation during the night shows now for the later show. Working and lurking. Here we go. So I'll probably start like really having trouble with this game about halfway. I don't know exactly 100% when to say, but I will start having trouble with this game probably around like the level where you're shooting the barrels like crazy. I've never gotten this before. Maybe I have. But yeah, so from now on, I'm going to be recording the night shows to upload later on YouTube, directly when the show's over. No camera though, just voice and gameplay. So if you're watching this later, listening like a podcast, thank you. So I'm actually doing a podcast now, I guess. I've always just done these live streams. I am still doing a live stream, but I'm doing a cast after. I'm gonna drink about half the Red Bull and see how I feel. I don't want to get too awakened. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. You guys have a good night. We had a little bit of ground beef left. Do you have anything good to eat? We had a little bit of ground beef left, probably enough for 2 small burger patties, like really like McDonald's size. So I bolstered up the burger patties by adding an egg, some smashed up crackers like breadcrumbs. Then I added some bourbon, sweet bourbon seasoning. It was like a flaky seasoning. Then I added some garlic powder and some peppercorn and salt mix. Really good. I mixed it all together. Mixed the egg, the breadcrumbs, and the seasoning. Almost made like meatloaf burgers, basically. I'm at my mom's. I found some of my brother's baby pictures he needed for something. Oh, awesome, dude. That's really brotherly of you to do that. That's very cool. You'd be an awesome brother. Let's get this. Oh. Make sure to like and share the stream if you're able to. Boom. Goodbye. I do play a lot of the same games, like, weekly, since I do the live stream, and I try to get better at them. I do Donkey Kong about once, probably about once every 2 or 3 weeks or so. I usually do Mario World at night about once every week or 2. I do Mario 64, but if you see any repeats, hopefully you'll, if you're watching this later on the tube, if you see any repeats, if a repeat game, I still, there's still all sorts of different conversation and stuff like that. And join the live stream later, possibly, because the live stream is on from about 10:30 to about 1. Here. This game gets so tough. Dang! First death. That was a terrible little death. Not usually on yet, so I don't think people know that I am live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and message the Discord and let people know that I am here. Give me just a second while I message my community on Discord. There we go. All right. Here we go. Got the K that time. Damn. He just came right back. Have to get a Donkey Kong barrel here soon, hopefully. Hey, what's up, Tim D. Wayne? Thank you for that. John Kime, welcome in, buddy. Hello. Tim D. Wayne showing off his supporter presence. That's awesome, dude. 6 months subscriber. Thank you for subbing for 6 months. There we go. You like riding the barrels? Andy McIntyre, welcome in. There we go, a little concentration on this level here. Thanks so much, Tim D. Wayne. You rock, buddy. Tim D. Wayne with the lurk mode. There we go. Let's get the G. Andy McIntyre, Pimpin' Goodyear. No. There we go. At least it was a half-ass season save. No, that sucks. See, that's where I start to fail, is these barrels. I'll be able to get past it, but it just takes a minute sometimes. Oof, oof is right. How dare you oof me? No oofing the host. How dare you oof the host? What? Thought I had that. Oh, poop on a stick. So, I am going to go ahead and put a save state here just for the fact that I suck at this game. Judge me if you will, I'm not playing these games to show how awesome I am. I'm literally doing this for fun and to talk to the community. But that's how I've been for the last 6.5 years. I do have my games that I like. Are you kidding me? All I did was press... I hate that. That's so stupid. All I did was press the button to start being able to run. I guess I gotta jump first before I press run. That's stupid. No, man. Definitely not an operator error. There we go. We got it on the first try that time. Okay, try to time it out a lot better. Okay. Ooh. I think we did better that time. Sweet. And we got the life back. Yes, I thought it took those away from me. Yes! We don't suck forever! Good game, says Ori. Heck yeah. Hopefully everybody had a good day today, whether you're watching this now or you're watching this later. Alright. Infamous mine level. Man, this game pretty much like goes from 0 to 100 with its first level to the second world. First world to the second world with the mines and stuff like that. The minecart level. The frog is awesome. Hard to keep though. Don't need that anyway. Oh, man, yes. My gosh, yes, seriously. Do you wish you had rewinds back then? Yes, right? Oh my gosh. I had this game when I was younger. My dad got this game for me. But believe it or not, he got this game for me for Easter, I believe. It was in my Easter basket. I never got games for Easter, but one weird year I got a game for Easter. One second, everybody. All right. Perfect. Yeah, it was literally in my Easter basket. It was one heck of an Easter gift. Oh, this is a game that your mom's good at? Nice. Hey Ryan, welcome in, buddy. Thanks for not being a lurker. Hope you had a good day, buddy. I'm doing good. I ate a burger for dinner. That was amazing. It was a meatloaf burger with some melted Gouda on it. Did I? Yep, cool. Saved. Right at the beginning of that. I have no shame in save states. Hey, Quincy, what's going on, buddy, over there on Twitch? My moderator keeping a good eye on whether we get spam bots or not. Oh, no! This level is hard, Adam. You're right, buddy. Man, seriously. It is fun. It's just tough. Absolutely right. Hey, what's going on, Nathaniel? How are you doing, How are you doing, dude? I was about to call you dude, and I was about to call you buddy, and it almost came out as Duddy. No, I missed it. Alright, y'all. For those who are watching on YouTube later, this does take a lot of concentration from me. If I don't say much during this moment, that is why. Oh my gosh! Ryan Kinross, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Hello. With the sticker, thanks for being a supporter. No, what? I couldn't. Why could I not just connect by letting myself kind of just, you know, just fall off? Like it should have just still connected. Been Mario 1 did that. If you just ran off a platform, you wouldn't just fall straight down. You would go to the next platform if it was slightly lower. That was slightly lower. Why didn't you let it connect, you stupid programming? Hey, thank you. Ooh, I got the O. How about we make a save right here just to be extra cheaty? It's like cheating, but you still gotta have skill. No? Skillful cheating. Hey, there we go. Nice. That calls for a save. How are the kitties, Hanukkah? No. Yeah, this level is very tough. I have lots of trouble with it. Oh. Damn. Not ready for it. Hold on. Okay, so there is a problem sometimes with the controls, and you have to move, since it is on a retro arc or whatever. I like to let's blame it on the controls. No, I'm kidding. That was my fault. But yeah, no, I definitely, you can tell a difference when the button response. So if you play a lot of retro games and a lot of, you know, platformers, you notice when the jump happens when you start to press the button in versus when the button is all the way pushed in. And there is a difference. If you stream retro or you play a lot of retro games, you can feel the difference. So hey, does anybody remember this song? Hold on, let me... Once there was this girl. I had to get the melody right. Oh, I can't load. Who sings that? I can't think of who sings that. I can't think of who sings that. Oh my gosh. The Trash Test Dummies. Is it the Trash? Damn Crash Test Monkeys. That's what it reminded me of it. That is a good song, isn't it? I couldn't get the melody down at first. Did you hear that? I was all off tone and I had to like sing the song a little bit to get the melody right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The Dumb and Dumber soundtrack was amazing. It was so good. It had that Where I Find My Heaven song. Where I find my heaven. I loved that song. Dumb and Dumber soundtrack was top notch. What other movies did you all think? I'm good at humming. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. One more time. You're good at humming. All right. If no one objects, I'm not going to do it if it annoys anybody. Does anybody object to Kyle Oldham's request? If you say, for God's sakes, no more fucking humming, I won't do it. But now someone's probably going to say it just to be a smarty pants, because that's my awesome audience, which is great. It's funny. I appreciate that. You know, I one thing that I'm not a great singer. I can sing a little bit. I can carry a tune. They're making another Spaceball movie? I'm away. No humming, you jackass. There he is. Happening. Look at that. That was nice. Oh no! My gosh, I was doing so good. What's another song that has some humming in it? Hum away, you hummer. Did anybody like the song More Than Words back in the day? I freaking love that song still. I used to karaoke the shit out of that. I used to karaoke a lot of Jason Mraz. I loved karaokeing Jason Mraz. It was really fun. I would get very into it after a couple of drinks. If we ever go to a convention and there's an opportunity to go to a karaoke bar after a convention, I will totally go. You never know what's going to happen in the future. You know, I never thought I was going to be full-time streaming. It's been doing that for 4.5 years now. I've been to a couple conventions, but you never know. Maybe I'll go to one as me eventually. My own table. Could happen. Stranger things have happened already. Ooh. Crack my knuckles. I don't know if you heard that. Right. Oh, you know, you bastard. Get back here, frog. There we go. We got an extra life now. My neighbors called me today and asked if they could use the pool. And how young am I? I am 41. My neighbors called today and said their grandkids were over and they wanted to use the pool. And I said, sure, as long as, you know, if anyone bumps their head, it's not my fault. ADD. No, I do not. No. Nope, I sure don't. Yep, I am 41. Brian Kinross. What did I do before this? That's a great question. How far would you like me to go back? I enjoy telling my stories about my life, especially to people who are good, honest viewers. You've been coming here a while, and you're genuinely curious. You're not just a troll coming in just asking, like, you know, to dig for information. Oh my gosh. Why did I do that? So, my very first job was McDonald's. Old Ham said I'm 44. I did not drive to McDonald's either until I turned 16. It was close enough for me to walk, and it was uphill both ways. Literally uphill both ways to, you know, because I would walk. I lived on a hill. I had to walk up the hill and through some woods and around a church and then I would be at the McDonald's, and I would have to go down a hill to get to the McDonald's because McDonald's had a very steep hill right outside of it, and all the way up to the church to get home was basically walking up a hill. So I walked uphill both ways to work when I was younger. That was McDonald's. I worked there till I was about 16 and a half, and then I got a job at Burger King, and I got paid like a whole 50 cents more, and I was like, woohoo, I'm moving up, working at Burger King now. And nothing wrong with working at Burger King, but I worked at Burger King and made like 50 cents more, which was great because that was a lot back then, man. I mean, you could buy, that was a whole extra, a burger at McDonald's just for an extra hour of work, you know. And back then it was when I was at that point, it was like 69 cents and 79 cents for a cheeseburger or a hamburger. Let's see here. So after so I got fired from Burger King, and I got fired because there was these Happy Meal toys, and one of the Happy Meal toys like kind of did like a this motion, and the other one did like a this motion, and so my 16-year-old brain put the two together, and customers saw me doing that, and I got fired. Yeah, and I think they wanted to get rid of me. They didn't even give me like a written warning or anything. They just fired me. So I then went and worked at Jack in the Box. I went and worked at Jack in the Box, and I worked at Jack in the Box until I just decided to stop and go. Let's see, I worked at one more fast food place after that. I went and I was tired of food. I was tired of cooking. Oh, that could have been it too, as I took the toys. Yeah, that could have been it too. Lots of things. He took the toys, he was doing stupid shit with them. He was not cooking, he was, getting what customers were, you should have been ready for the order. There's all kinds of stuff. I would have fired me, but I mean that's the kind of shit you learning work ethic, But let's see here. So then I went and got a job at a place called Mr. Steak. Let's see here. Mr. Steak is no longer open, but I worked at a place called Mr. Steak. I dished there and actually ran into a friend who I hadn't seen since I was in second grade, and it was really cool meeting up with him because I was like, wait a minute, I know you. And we reconnected. That was fun. And then I ended up quitting Mr. Steak. Hey, thank you for the 100 stars, dude. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. I ended up quitting Mr. Steak because they were an a-hole. I was busing there for a little while, and I really, oh, damn it. I hated busing. Thank you so much, Alvin. You rock, dude. Let me give you a screen here really quick, dude. Thank you. Yeah, and then I bust tables at another place called Lone Star Steakhouse, and they're closed now too. Let's see here. So after that, I'm pretty sure after that I worked a couple random places. I worked at Blockbuster for a while. Mr. Steak sounds like Mr. Fake. That's funny. Let's see here. I worked at Blockbuster for a little bit, and I got fired from there too. I forget from what. I got fired a lot when I was younger. I was kind of dilly-dally. See here. Oh my gosh, really? So, but once again, that was probably the autism. I was like, I always seemed like everything happened for me later. Like I had a younger mentality even when I was, you know, a little older, I knew I still, you know, I would have, if I, like, I still wanted to play with my action figures at like 15, but I didn't do it because I was worried about getting made fun of, basically. But after that, I got a serving job. I got my first serving job at a place called Bandana, and that was awesome. You know, that taught me how to serve tables and gave me a little bit of experience. And then oh my gosh. No. Oh, you're funny though. Thank you so much again, Alvin, for the stars, dude. Let's see here. Oh my god. Worked at Blockbuster. And then, oh yeah, Bandanas. And then I worked at Max and Irma's for like 5 years. And then after Max and Irma's, I worked at Mr. Steak. No. After Max and Irma's, I worked at a place called Pepperstone Steakhouse. And they're closed now too. They were part of a chain called Surf and Sirloin. If anybody's ever heard of a, yeah, they are closed too, actually. It was a steak restaurant that was kind of slower, that was only open at night. You know, they were only open at night. They were only open from like 4 o'clock. It was a very Greek restaurant. Like the place, we would all, let's say it opened at 4. Well, I would have to be there at like 3:30, but I would have to be there at 3, and we would all set up and do silverware, and we would cut bread and make sure there was enough butter and everything like that, and make sure that the ice bins were full. And then at 4:30 every day, we all had to sit down together. There was no, even if you didn't eat, you still had to sit down with the restaurant for about a half hour, and we ate dinner together. We all had to eat dinner together before the shift, so that was really nice. Sometimes we'd get steak if that was the special from the prior day. Sometimes we'd get, you know, shit on a shingle, literally like sausage gravy over Texas toast with a side, you know. But like they always made sure that we had a full meal before we ate, and that before we worked, and that was really neat. You know, they felt like, you know, they explained it to us that, you know, as a Greek family-owned business, they wanted to, you know, have us, you know, like each other, basically get along. And I knew a lot of people there. I knew one of my old kitchen manager. So basically it was like my whole old kitchen crew went to this place called Pepperstone. And like the manager from my last kitchen place worked there. And I'm not going to say where Cortina works, but she does work in the food business. Yeah, it was really neat. It was really neat. To that Greek restaurant. Hey Debbie, how are you? Welcome in. But yeah, it was really neat. So one of the guys who I worked with, he was a stunt double for the Batman movie and for the Dark Knight, and he couldn't tell us anything about it, but that was his second job, and he was a manager there, and he was so cool. But he reminded me of Balky from Perfect Strangers, but like if Balky was really smooth. And this guy like knew how to fight like crazy, and he was like crazy stunt double, but he was a stunt double for the Batman movie, and he also did he did some St. Louis mob movie too, or whatever. I forget what it was called. I wish I could message him and figure it out. But has anybody heard of a restaurant called Spiro's? Spiro's or Surf and Sirloin. Debbie's probably heard of Spiro's, having been from Missouri, but maybe not. No! Damn it, I just saved right there too. Oh well. Screw it. Loved Perfect Strangers. Memories unlocked. I'm gonna save right here. Okay. Actually, how about right here? Fair enough. It was a Greek restaurant over in an area familiar to you probably. But anyway, Pepperstone Steakhouse was owned by a few places, and basically I knew the whole kitchen crew. I knew like 4 people who worked in the kitchen. No, there's more jobs. No, I was only like 26 at this point. I was probably 26 at the time. And let's see here. So I was about 26 at the time, and I met this guy named PW. I'm not going to say his actual name, but his name was PW, and that's what he went by. And he kept coming into work every day. He's like, dude, I need to quit this job. I'm making like 100 to 500 a day. And I'm like, how are you doing this? He's selling car warranties. And I was like, oh man, this was like 2008 when it was like brand new. And so I went and I took a chance and I quit my serving jobs and I went and worked an office job, and I didn't really know what to think at first. But my dad sure was proud of me. He liked that I had an office job finally, the draw and, commission and stuff. And so me and my dad talked about sales and stuff. That way I would, he lent me some books and stuff, and that was really cool. So I still have those books too. But then I sold car warranties for about 10 years, and I sold it for about 2 years, and I loved it because I loved the money, but then I hated it because it was always talking to people who wanted to be taken off the list, or, like you'd talk to 500 people during a month, and, maybe 40 or 50 of them buy, and 100 of them tell you to fuck off, and, 100 of them will listen to you, and, and hear you out, but not buy, and then, you just have, did I go? No, because the cool thing was I could play my PlayStation Portable in between calls, when it was slow, or I could play Nintendo on the computer. But after a while, that's what kept the job, like, fun. And then after a while, they started making it to where you had to have, like, a certain percentage of sales in order to play video games. I'm like, why? You're taking away this job is so stressful. You're taking away like my outlet in between calls. We don't have any duties in between calls. My duties are to answer calls. I don't have to clean anything. I just have to sit there and wait. What do you want me to do? Sit there and look at Google Maps the whole time? Because I'm going to be on Google Maps just looking at shit. And they're like, we'd rather you do that. I'm like, well, it doesn't make any sense. Why can't I just play my games in between calls? So I ended up actually quitting. And it was for a lot of reasons. It was good money, but at the same time, like, I was starting to hate, like, what I did. And it was just because the company I worked at and the person I worked for was an a-hole, who I actually went to high school with, but he just turned out to, like, be really fake, basically. He's probably still really nice deep down, but, like, when it came to business, very much, like, doesn't care who gets in his way type of person, and that's not good. He would, like, walk downstairs and he'd be like that meant get on your phone calls, spinning his finger around. Calls are coming in. And after a while, I remember, I'll tell you why I quit. Because for a while there, it was mail out calls. We I only liked to work at places that sent mail. Like, how you'll get those notifications in the mail and they'll be like, your warranty has expired, blah, 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 blah. Even if you have, like, a brand new car. Well, he went to, like, an auto dialer that just, like, dialed, like, 100 numbers per minute. So, like, as soon as you hung up, your phone was ringing, and they gave, it was basically these people trying to keep these customers on the phone for as long as possible, trying to get them over to us, and that's why I quit, is because we went to robo-dialing. And then that got shut down, and then they also, here's another reason they got shut down, is they made one of their letters look like a paycheck. And it was like, but it was like, this is your refund. That it had like, it looked like a paycheck. Like it had like 3/4, it had 2/3 of the paper looking like a printout of what had been earned or whatever, and then on it, but it was actually just talking all about the warranty. But it made it look like a paycheck, and then it also had the section on bottom that you could tear off like a check, and and the check said $403, but on the signing line it said this is not a check. But this guy, the reason how they got caught with that is somebody cashed it at a liquor store, and then they got in trouble for that. They got in trouble, and also they named their, oh my gosh, I can't even say the name of the, oh my gosh, it was so stupid. Oh, the name they chose. So the place isn't even open anymore, so fuck it. The name of the place I worked was called Dealers Warranty Incorporated, and our shirt initials said DWI because college was too hard. And then they changed the name to like Federal Auto Protection. Like, you can't name your company Federal something and then attach a check to it. Like that was, it was so scammy. And so I went and worked for AAA for a little while after that. And I went from yeah, right. Oh man, seriously. So I went and worked for AAA, but it wasn't quite AAA. It was like a third-party company that worked with AAA to like reinstate memberships essentially. So I went from making like I was probably making like 25 an hour selling warranties, but at the same time I hated it so much that I was willing to, maybe I was making 20, you know, but I had rent at this time. I had moved out. I had bought a car working at this place. I thought it was going to be an awesome thing. I thought I was going to be there for a really long time, you know, but then they changed the way they did everything, and they kept changing things, and it was terrible. Oh my gosh, no. And so then I went and worked for AAA renewing memberships, and it was like $9 an hour plus bonuses. And I ended up like doing really good at the place, and I ended up making like $11 an hour plus bonuses and averaging out to make like 15 an hour basically, what I averaged out to. So I was doing okay. Like, I was making enough to, you know, still pay all my bills and go get drinks. And then I started getting really into like health and fitness at that point. And so I was probably heavier than I am now, and I'm like 270 right now, and I'm very unhappy with how I feel, but it's a lot of sympathy weight from, you know, a lot of sympathy weight and just eating like I still did when I was young, even though I'm 40. So I started working out a lot just with a elastic band at home and some stupid videos and, you know, Xbox Connect or whatever. And I ended up losing like 60 pounds because I was, you know, making myself go into a calorie deficit every day. So I started getting hit on a lot more. And the next thing I know, I was dating again. Like, and I needed more money. So I went back to selling car warranties. And that was like oh fuck, that was like a year later, 2 years later or so. And I went to a different place this time. I'm not going to name the name of the place, but I really enjoyed it, and I learned a lot, and I learned that there are much better places out there that really did things by a book and weren't just changing things all the time. And the first place I ever went back to, I actually still recommend to people now if they're like hard up for a job. Actually ran really well, and they really care about the people who work there. So. But I worked there for like 8 months, but then I just got tired of how corporate it was. So I went to work for a place, like I had to wear like slacks at this place, and I had to wear, you know, freaking like a dress shirt every day, and you know, that just wasn't what I was into. I even tried collections at one point after AAA, and then I went back and worked for the, anyway, so I ended up working, man, motherfucker. I ended up working at another warranty company for like 3 years, and I made made decent money. I was making like 50,000 every year, 55,000, and this was in like 2014 when I was like 20. You know, I was maybe like what was I in 2014? I was 31, and you know, I was doing great. I mean, 50,000 when I was 31 was amazing. I was single. You know, maybe I know I had, but I could afford whatever I wanted. I could afford to go out to dinner a couple nights a week if I wanted to, or, you know, like take girls on dates and stuff like that. So I did a lot, and I ended up like becoming basically a serial monogamist. It seems like I've been in relationships ever since like 2011. Like I've just been in long relationship after a long relationship. 14 is the last one, though. There will be no others. I'm done searching. But anyway, I worked warranties till like 2020, and it just got to me, you know, like it made me feel dirty, you know, because there's no dirtier feeling than when like you get on the phone with someone who sounds older, and you're like, oh, I bet I can sell them. You know, like, and unfortunately, it becomes like a, you know, like almost like a moral battle after a while. You know, you have to almost like put your morals aside, and you know, I was pretty decent looking too, I'd say. You know, I wasn't terrible looking, and I played baseball, I played volleyball, you know, I played sand volleyball at a Fireman's Hall on Thursday nights for like 3 years, and you know, I played softball, U-Trip softball, and I played for a kickball league. At one point, I was playing for 3 leagues. So I was just very busy, you know. So whenever girls asked me what I did, I was like, "Oh, I do this, and I do this, and I did." And I just made myself busy. You know, that's one thing I started doing when I started dating. You know, is I started studying like eat this, not that. But I also started listening to like a lot of like dating tip videos, and it was like make yourself interesting. So you know, that's what I did. I played sports and had lots of friends and went out to a lot of bars and joined a kickball drinking league and had a whole crew of kickball people who I ran around with. And you guys want to see a fun little video from when I was like, here, I'll show you guys a fun little video actually from when I was younger playing kickball. Let's see here. Let me bring this up here. This is fun. Hold on just a second. Just a moment here. Let me get to my videos here. Angelo with a $6.70 donation. Dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Mangelo. Appreciate that, dude. Let's see here. So let me switch back to my old screen here really quick. Thank you so much, Mangelo. Appreciate that. Hang tight, everybody who's watching this later. So here we go. Here is a video from a group of friends of mine that we made this slow motion. This is all pictures. It was an app I had on my phone where you could make like, you know, you could make it take a ton of pictures basically. And this was a crew I hung out with for years and years. This was my kickball team. We had a really good time, and I went through there and selected all the pictures that I liked and stuff, and that's me on the end there or whatever, because I had to run in because I was the one taking the photos. But here's a kickball video.
Dustin's a really good kicker.
This was me playing kickball. This was actually at Grizzly Stadium because we made it to the playoffs. I pop on screen here in just a moment, actually. There's all my buddies. There I am. We had a lot of fun. Oh man, those days were awesome. We had so much fun, man, seriously. Thank you so much, Alvin. Or thank you so much, Angelo, for the 670 stars. You rock, dude. Oh man, yeah, I played kickball for stlkickball.net for like 7 years. And it was fun. It was really fun. I'm so terrible at this. So sorry about the wait there. I was, for those who are watching on YouTube, you would not have been able to see any of the transitioning or anything that I just did with bringing up a display capture and stuff. So sorry about that. You just kind of had to wait through that and watch the gameplay stand still if you're watching this later. But if you like the conversation, you can always try to catch me live. I do stream 3 times a day on Facebook and Twitch. Old Guy ADD. You can also find me on oldguyadd.com. Find all my socials. That website's made by Ray Talia. And Angelo, thank you so much again, dude. Let's see, that's gonna put us at $15.95, I think. What's up, El Ray? How you doing? How are you today? Thanks for joining. Thank you so much again, Mangelo. Appreciate the stars, dude. All right, let's give a save at the beginning of this level here. We've been live for about 55 minutes, and I have a few other games that I want to play tonight. Damn. So I'm probably going to end Donkey Kong here soon, but not the stream. Yeah, you know, that was kind of like a little life story there, I guess. But yeah, so to continue it really quick, I got very upset with what I did, and I had a morality clash, and I was married at this time. I had just gotten married. So just got married, and I was hating what I did. I hated it, and I wanted to stream full time. Like, I would sit at my stream desk in the morning, because I started streaming just for fun in like 2017 from my phone, leaned up against a coffee cup. Nothing like the setup I have now. Very, very basic setup. And yeah, I just little by little built up my setup, and then I guess I started streaming from my computer and started taking it pretty seriously, started doing about 20 to 25 hours a week or so, along with working 40 hours a week. And I did that for about 2 years, and there are some people who are here now still who watched me then. How many people watched me before I was full-time here? If you didn't watch me before I was full-time, that's totally okay. I'm so glad you still found me. But I've been I went full-time, not planned. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm doing so great, I'm gonna go full-time. No, that's not really what happened. I was really only about paying my rent off of this, so I wasn't nearly making enough to, like, you know, I was basically making enough to like maybe buy a game console like enough equivalent to like buy a game console like $300 to like $700 a month is what I was making my second year doing this, and that was great. You know, I was still very happy with that. I was very, very happy with that, and I just really started to hate what I did, and then my dog died, and that sent me down a very oh, damn it, whatever, shit. When my dog died, that sent me down a very emotional state, because my job that I had at the time, as much as I loved that job, when my dog died, they deemed a dog's death not heavy enough, essentially, to deem a day off. And I really, really a place to mourn, like big time. I needed time to mourn this dog. I've never had a connection with any other dog like I did this dog. I've shown pictures of Icy before. If you haven't seen pictures of Icy, I will post pictures of her sometime soon. She's still technically here, but she's just downstate in the box. So yeah, that was hard. That was really, really tough to not be able to take off and have the time to mourn my lost pup, even a day. And so I went to work the next day, and I had to deal with the shit, and I started spiraling really fast. Like, I was getting very depressed, and I told my ex that I wanted to quit my job and play video games. I had called her on lunch like I did. Called her on lunch, and she as soon as I told her I want to quit my job and try playing video games full time because I hate what I do, it's draining me morally, it's draining me, it's draining my soul, it's taking my soul away from me right now. I can't do it. I can't tell people something that I don't believe in. And I just ended up I told her I wanted to quit and play video games full time, and her response to me was, and I told her like what I was feeling. I told her that I was depressed. I'm severely depressed. I need to, do what I can to get out of this place. I feel like full-time gaming is what I need to do to like basically, not want to unalive, and get out of this place. It's draining me. It was stressful. It was awful. And my ex's response was, there goes our chances of getting a house. That was the response I got to, I want to quit doing this because I feel like it's bad for my soul. And so right there, I just kind of knew that I kind of like fell out of love right there. And actually we got divorced shortly after that. And I went to SSM Healthcare for 3 months. At that point, found out I was autistic, found out I have extreme anxiety with depression, which I kind of knew already. Very ADD, obviously. And during that FMLA leave from my job, I just decided I'm going to try to stream during this time and see how it goes, and I ended up doing very well. And so I was like, I'm just gonna try every month and keep hoping that I can do this. And I've been trying this every month and hoping that I can do this for the last 4.5 years. And I'd say I've been doing this now for maybe like 54 months full time. And I maybe have not hit my star goal maybe 3 times, and my star goal every month has been hit. I've been able to pay my bills, and I have health insurance, and I'm just very thankful to literally streaming on Facebook. Thank you, Angelo. Streaming on Facebook saved my life. If I was not able to go full time and just have the, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but if I wasn't able to have the courage to just tell the world to pretty much F off and go do what I wanted, I might not be here today. So, thanks so much for the stars. That is a fact. Cortina is a lifesaver. Pretty amazing. Angelo with the uptime. Thank you again, Angelo, for the 135 stars. You guys rock. That is a total of $26 in donations you all have sent in today. We are getting close to the daily goal. Well, we're a fourth of the way there, so I'm happy with that. That's awesome. I haven't been on much today either, so it was Cortina's day off, and she needed to go to Quest Diagnostic, and she didn't want to drive because after she gave 14 vials of blood, she was very dizzy, and so I wanted to drive her so she wouldn't drive dizzy. Appreciate you, Jason. That's great. Glad you're here safe and sharing your time and talent. Well, I appreciate that. I definitely would say my talent is the gift of gab, and maybe I'm mildly decent at video games. Some games I'm pretty good at, but those games, to be fair, I've been playing since I was young. Grandma Debbie, it's so great to see you here. Welcome in. I hope you're well. Hope you had a great day. I made an awesome burger, Debbie, that I think you should replicate, and you've probably tried something like it before. I basically made a meatloaf burger, but I put an egg and crushed up crackers and ground beef and peppercorn salt seasoning mix and like a bourbon seasoning mix, and you could probably put whatever you want in there. But yeah, I just grilled it up like a burger, and it was amazing. It was so good. It almost had, because of the egg and the crackers, it almost had the consistency of like a veggie burger, just about. I also deal with anxiety attacks. That's about it. I'm like, what about Bob sometimes? Dude, I totally use a Kleenex sometimes or a towel to open a bathroom public door. You are not alone. I relate to Bob from What About Bob more than ever now. Oh my god, I love meatloaf sandwiches, so that does sound good. It does, right? Oh my gosh. I think you're a great entertainer and a great person. Well, I appreciate that, Pimpin' Goodyear. Thank you, buddy. And the reason why I call him Pimpin' Goodyear is because he's Andy McIntyre. ADD Call of Duty crossover is Fallout. Oh, that might be cool. That might be neat. I might, I mean, that would be fun. It'd be better than what the other shit that Call of Duty's doing right now. I'm so happy you're here, ADD. You created a place for me to belong. I love you, buddy. Hey, much love back at you too, Andy. You've been here for a long time. You definitely belong here, dude. I wouldn't have it any other way. Jason said that's awesome. Jacob said hi, Grandma Debbie. Kid Jackson said hello, everyone. Angelo with the stars. You definitely have the gift of gab. You could talk to. Yeah, that's one thing that my dad. My dad had the gift of gab, but also he was. One thing I will say is I feel like if I would have applied myself better, I probably could have been like an engineer or something like that. Because what's weird is I can just like I can see how things work, and I can see, like, I can guess the distance of lengths really well, and I can see that if something's bending a certain way, it's going to do something. I don't know. I've always had, I just love figuring shit out, and I think an engineer is something that I probably could have gone for too. Like if I would have applied myself better rather than just working fast food desk jobs. But I didn't go to college, and it's not, it's who knows. But and I don't have the desire to do that now. I wouldn't want to do anything else at this point. But I could always, like engineer something myself. Do it for fun. Make videos about it. So and I don't even know what kind of engineer, but like I just know that like when it comes to seeing how things work, being able to understand how something works, take it apart and put it back together. That's what I find that really fun. Let's see here. All right. So after this level, I think I'm going to switch over to Batman the Enemy. Because this is where the game starts to get really freaking tough. Hey ADD, how you doing? Love the classic Donkey Kong. Me too. This game is fantastic. It's tough. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna save it right here. I loved playing with Legos. Oh yeah, I played with Legos like crazy. I played with Legos. I loved playing with gosh, I forget what they were called. They're not Lincoln Logs, but they were like the multicolored sticks with the round things, and you could like make like bike spokes and stuff like that, and like yeah, loved playing with Legos. Still do. I actually have a Minecraft community that I have a supporter server for Minecraft, and we love building in there. And I need to play that. I'm going to be playing Minecraft again on Sunday night after Retro. Maybe it was like Connects, but it was the kid version of that, basically. But Connects was awesome. My dad got me this thing when I was younger, and it was called like the Super Robot 2000 or something like that. And it was like one of those things where you could like wire it up to be a radio, or wire it up to be like a like a Morse code, or you could wire it up to be. Oh, magnetics was awesome. I remember magnetics. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Damn. Yeah, this is about where I start getting my butt kicked. Yes. Yeah, I remember I told my class in second grade about this thing that I have, and they were like, well, what's your favorite thing or whatever? What's your favorite toy? And I said mine was the Super Robot 2000, and they laughed at me. And so I brought it in the next day. I was like, Mom, they laughed at me when I told them about my Super Robot. And so I brought it in for show and tell, and it was like this flat thing with these springs that you could move and hook up wires. It was basically a thing to learn how to wire, basically. I did have a good Father's Day. Thank you. I hope you did too, all the dads out. Damn it! Okay. You know what? Fuck this game. This is the part of the stream for anybody who's watching later, where I switch games because I'm off of that game. So we're gonna play The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Yeah, Jackson with that supporter sticker. Thank you so much. Supporting is only $4.99 a month, and you do get into giveaways every single Sunday. Every supporter has the chance to win $10, and we are going to start up the 3D printer giveaways here soon. Can promise you that, but we just have to get time to get out there and mess with the printer. It's been a lot lately with doctor's appointments, Cortina not feeling well, and she knows more about the 3D printer than I do. So yeah. Here we go. Hope I need to update that star count to the next level. Thank you so much, everybody, again. Oh, I updated the wrong thing here. Hold on just a second. Oh my gosh, I am silly. That's wrong. There we go. Add 130. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Okay, so it should be 1750 then, I believe. Thanks, Mandalo. Again, appreciate it. I was playing Castlevania this morning and I rage quit. I definitely don't have the patience I did as a kid. I do sometimes and I don't, you know what I mean? Pardon me for those listening on YouTube later, that was a burp. I could drink my Red Bull and it made me very gassy. Oh. Pardon me, it's late. I have 2 kids here right now, but I have 4. But even still, Lucas and Eli, man. Lucas is at a stage where he is so obstinate. Such a turd. Cute little turd, but he's a turd. Keeps wanting to jump on the couch, stand on top of the couch, and jump onto the couch, and it's just like, yeah. It's bad. And Eli wants to crawl over the couch. This game is awesome. Batman the Animated Series has to be one of the best cartoons ever made. Did you know Batman the Animated Series was drawn on black paper to give it an even darker effect on the shadows? Probably one of the only cartoons to ever have that much maybe put into artwork, I think, personally. Yeah, isn't that neat? They had to use like really bright whites for the parts and really bright colors to make some of the things stand out. I loved that show. I watched almost every episode, man. Gosh, sometimes I just miss. I sometimes just miss being a kid, man, and like watching Batman the Animated Series as it was on. National Garfield the Cat Day. The sprite animation in this is top notch, isn't it though? Yeah, it's perfect, man. My favorite episode is the Gray Ghost episode. Did you know that Adam West is the one who voiced Gray Ghost in that series? He was only in there a couple episodes. Or one episode, maybe. But it was really cool to have Adam West and Kevin Conroy on the same screen, or on the same show. So I knew you would know that, Hanukkah. Hell yeah, buddy. You grew up during all of it too. That's a legendary. I feel you. I was a kid all the time. I was a kid at that time, I think is what you meant. No worries. Autocorrect is a mofo. But I also used to watch the old Adam West Batman the Animated Series too, or Batman show. I loved that show so much. The movie with the shark repellent. I'm playing Bulletstorm, but the Duke Nukem character swap. Oh, that's neat. Man, these alien bastards are tearing up my ride. I think I sounded more like Jim Carrey in Living Color. I loved In Living Color so much. Good evening, Phil Brofax. Oh man, for those watching later on YouTube, I'm just doing a little concentrating. Here you go. Brofax! Ashley Campbell, hello. He says, me too! Up against the Joker. gosh. What's up, Phil Kovacs? Phil says, hey, Angelo. Your luck has run out, Joker. Oh, that's all it took. The son of a bitch. Man, I have to do so much over now. Darn it. No. I can't believe I made it. Here we go. Saved right here. Bill laughs like the Joker, but looks like the Penguin Benjamin. No, damn it. I need to save in between this. There we go, right here. I didn't save afterwards. Okay. Good night, Angelo. Dude, take care, buddy. Good night, everyone. I'm off to bed. Good sir. Dude, you take care. Thanks for everything you do, man. Good night, Angelo, says Debbie and Jacob and Andy and Phil. Good night, Grandma, said Mangelo. For those who don't know, we have a stream grandma in the house. She's not really my grandma. I can only be so lucky. But we all call her Grandma, in case anybody's wondering. I've never beaten this stage. Even with save states, I'm super proud that I was able to beat this. I know, right? Seriously. Master Bruce, this is the current password. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. Just reading comments from Facebook, by the way. For those who don't know, if you're wondering, what the hell are you talking about and you're watching this on YouTube later? If you are watching this on YouTube later, hit the like and subscribe button. You don't miss another show. I upload these after I finish them on Facebook. Is how I'm starting to do that. I'll be updating, uploading my night shows. $1,750 stars. I like that they're crazy. I love to cook. I just cooked burgers tonight. I love cooking, actually. Now my lady is a baker and a cooker. She can cook anything. She can make like gourmet style shit. So amazing cooking. And her baking is amazing too. Her baking, she could own a bakery. I, on the other hand, am more like a greasy spoon type of cook. No. I am a like a Waffle House cook. You know, I can cook bar food. Like Cortina could probably make pasta and like make the actual pasta. Does she like cooking or baking better? I would say she probably likes to bake more. Here we go, another one. Yeah, she is really good with both. Adam Nelson, welcome in, dude. How are you? Larry Pullman, welcome in. Yeah, she's really good at both. What are you guys good at? Cooking, baking, neither? Using the microwave? Nothing wrong with that. What was for dinner? Tonight, I made like meatloafy style burgers. I took ground beef, egg, some crushed up cracker, some bourbon, brown sugar bourbon seasoning, salt and pepper mix, and onion powder, and mixed it all together and then cooked it up, and it was really good. It was like a meatloaf burger, and then I melted cheddar on hers and Gouda on mine, and then we had a salad with some iceberg lettuce and some like your general like cabbage, lettuce, carrot mix. What's up, Backlab? How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Baking is definitely a skill. Yes, it is. ADD cooks a mean bowl of cereal. No, actually, I can cook pretty well. Like I can make eggs and sandwiches are like my specialty. Like I love making. I know it's like doesn't seem like a skill to make a sandwich, but man, I can make a damn good sandwich. And I'm talking like you know, toasted buns and cooked up meat and shit, and you know, like hot and cold, precise, and I don't know, man. I like it. Daughter is home for the summer, and we had a nice family dinner. Dude, I'm so happy for you. I know that's really important, dude. That's awesome. That's great. Oh, there we go. That's awesome. Not such a baker, but I try. I like cooking better because you can keep adding and hardly mess up. Yes, that's true, right? You know, hey, if you ever make a stew or something or a soup and it's too salty, add a potato. It'll make it less salty. Although if you're like Phil Kovacs, you probably like it super salty. Oh my gosh. Gosh. I can make really good egg salad. Oh, a neat recipe for chicken salad, like a summary recipe for chicken salad is to take, of course, like just use simple canned chicken. We love canned chicken. We put canned chicken in our, she puts canned chicken in the chicken gnocchi soup that she made. Anyway, so use canned chicken, and then you would do half a cup of mayonnaise and half a cup of vanilla yogurt. And then you want to do like apples and raisins and some like a nut of your choosing. Really, really amazing. And then if you really want to go the extra step on making it super delicious, put it on Hawaiian buns. Oh, yeah. Tonight, I made the family double smoked stuffed salmon in horseradish glaze alongside some grilled cauliflower with hazelnuts and browned butter. Man, that sounds amazing. Is browned butter also clarified butter? Ooh, yeah, celery and onion in there would be really good. That sounds really good, Backbone. Holy shit, buddy. This level's really fun. Yeah, Factline went to culinary school. He cheated. Kidding. Gosh darn it. Oh, that worked out. Oh. It's stupid. What am I playing next? Let's see here. We're gonna play Look. Because I had this on Sega CD when I was younger. And it was fun, kind of. Who would win in a fight between Duke Nukem and the Punisher? The Punisher, for sure. You should do a revile stream of. Oh, okay. What gender the baby's gonna be? A reveal. Revile. Gosh. I read that wrong. Sorry, Kid Jackson. I didn't know what you meant at first. Darn autocorrect. Tomorrow I'll be making roast duck with a blackberry orange sauce with an edible flower salad. What kind of flowers? Eating like rose petals and shit again? Go off, dead Phil. I will only make those in birthday suit for you. Alright, here we go. On with Hook. I had this on Sega CD. Yeah, no, I'm sure if you overdo it on them, they can. My family is effing spoiled. I am glad the daughter caught the cooking bug from me, or she'd be lost in California. Oh man, I bet her friends love her. I actually spent the day making raspberry jam. I saw something that said the Punisher just grows back knocked out teeth in the comics. Interesting. I'm just going to make inside out egg roll. Wraps. What is an inside out egg roll? Hey Glenn, said Debbie. Your buns are sweeter. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not saying that, Bill. You're hilarious, though. Stuffing the egg roll without the shell. Oh, okay. Okay. The stuffing of the egg roll without a shell. That sounds good. Glenn, what's going on, buddy? Oh man. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying that. Winter Soldier versus Frank Castle. Well, isn't ooh. I mean, I would honestly probably have to say the Winter Soldier in that, just because he has that extra super serum strength, man. Like he is. Yeah, that would definitely have to be. Game was so terrible and good at the same time. I loved it on Sega CD. I felt like it was better. Check this out. Let's real quick check it out on Sega CD. This is how I had it as a kid. Let's do this. Hold on. We're gonna switch from Super Nintendo to Sega just for one moment here. Where is it? I thought I had it. Is it on something else? Okay, luckily I can just hit resume if it's not on here. But I could have sworn. Or is that double pack on? I could have sworn it was on here. Like one more time. No, it's not. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Maybe that was on the Super Console X that I played it. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to play that sometime on the Super Console X then. Not on here. But good, we can just resume. Hey, James Blake, welcome in. I think we should save right here. This is a really tough game. Oh, look at that. Any way to beat this part without getting hit? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah, looks like there would be. Hold on. Oh my gosh. What? What? No way. Oh, there we go. I just have to be quicker. ADD, I'm gonna be a weapon of mass destruction tonight. What'd you eat? Some black beans? Black beans. Those things make me terror. An ass terror. And that would suck. You guard this one little area right here. Why are all the lost boys coming after Peter Pan anyway? Oh, it's a good thing I saved right there. Gotta be quicker than that. I love that commercial where the old man's holding the fishing pole. That's so funny. Someone's gonna have a high gas bill. Howdy ho! Really? Repost, hell yeah. Today I get to take in the car for the final download of the interlock. Can't believe it's already been a year. Dude, good for you, man. You've kicked that car, that whole thing butt, man. You've done great. Proud of you, Patty. Wait a minute. Could I have more fly power? And okay, so let's go ahead and save right here. Game's actually pretty good. I went to I mean, you can look it up. I think they have to tell you. The state better not come back and be like, you speed too much. I mean, I don't think they can really do that. You like, but you could be like, but I wasn't drinking. I just went from 6 to midnight. Oh my gosh. Oh, I bet that's when I gotta hit him. Smack. Hey, Mikey said Glenn. The arcade version of Hook is cool. I mean, honestly, I haven't really ever heard of people having too many heart issues from Red Bull unless they drink a shit ton of them. But I mean, realistically, it only has about, it has just about 2 cups of coffee worth of caffeine in it. I mean, I think if you're drinking multiples per day, you're probably going to have some heart issues. But if you're having one every couple days or once a week or something like that, you're probably not going to. Everything in moderation, including moderation. One month, I was at the hospital for a month, so no movement. Really, at least the last 2 months, I've been going crazy with the boys and meetings. Do I have Paper Mario? Yeah, but there's just so much talking in that game. Like, I get freaking bored. I get really bored with all the talking. There's just so much of it. Oh my gosh. Pardon me? Still? I think I'll have to come back to some of those parts after I get fly power in here. I thought that was cool how you could knock the arrows out of the sky. Oh no. Bang is a healthier. Yeah, it has too much caffeine though. Those have 300 milligrams of caffeine per serving. They're really not that much better. They have way too much caffeine. Well, like Joe and Mac, I'm not a big fan of Joe and Mac. No. I'm doing good, brother. Wishing I was home already. I bet, man. Well, hey, we're going to do Helldivers on Sunday. So get ready. I'll probably do an hour of retro prior to Helldivers. Shit. I was going to do Minecraft on Sunday. I better do Minecraft on like Friday or something. I think, actually. That'd probably be better. I don't know. I won't lie. I want people to enjoy playing Minecraft in the group, but I was kind of getting bored. Like, I like Minecraft, but I don't know what I want to do yet, and I don't really feel like building anything onto it yet. I don't know. But I'm glad that people enjoy playing in the realm. So. Looks like I got an extra health. And what do those do? Totally ready. Spread that sweet democracy all over the bugs' faces. Who's ready for some GTA on Saturday? Because I'm ready for that too. I will absolutely be playing GTA this Saturday. I'm in. Fuck yeah, Glenn. I'm going to have a Mountain Dew and pizza party when my interlock is out. Dude, sweet. Well, you know what I'll do when you do that? I will join you on stream. Is that okay if I join you on stream? You could have the stream going at the same time. Everybody get your Mountain Dew and your pizza ready. We'll all take pictures and put ourselves in Discord with our Mountain Dew and our pizza. We'll join you if you don't mind. Don't mean to invite myself, but you know, I'm kind of inviting myself. Alright, let's go ahead and save. Dude, I'd do it. I would get a pizza and buy a Mountain Dew, and you know, I'll buy Baja Blast. You know, if that counts. Well, dang, I was looking forward to the Mountain Dew pizza party. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Boo. Boo. Oh my gosh. There we go, there's two. We're totally gonna cheat our way through this. Oh no, I didn't save after that next hit, which I need to. Oh, I missed. What's my favorite pizza? Honestly, my favorite pizza is a mushroom pineapple pizza. But weird as it is, I really enjoy an anchovy pizza about twice a year. Oh my gosh. Guy's kind of tough. Really doesn't look. Let's see. Meat lovers minus ham, but add bacon with olives, onions, stuffed crust. You ate pizza today? Yeah, I don't like meat pizzas. They hurt my stomach. I've noticed as I got after about 36 years old, I couldn't eat pizza anymore because they would start hurting my stomach. I can't do like Italian sausage. I can't do pepperoni. It's just too greasy. Like when you see the grease sitting in the middle of the pepperonis, I will not touch that. Yeah, dude, I'm a veggie pizza man. Veggie pizza. Give me a pizza with mushrooms and green peppers and onions and pineapple. I know that's fruit, but fucking, you know, I like fruit on pizza, man. I like peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. What? All right. Let's see. We are 750 away from the next level, I believe. Oh no. Hold on just a second. Yes, me too. Hold on just a second. One second, everyone. All right. Have you had a garlic cheese pizza? I'm sure I have. I've had garlic crust pizza before. I know that for sure. Canadian bacon and pineapple jalapeno pizza. That would be good. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh no. Alright. Next game. Let's see here. Next game is R-Type 3. Here we go. Do I like barbecue pizza? Yeah. Yeah, barbecue chicken pizza? Mm-hmm. I do like that. Yes. That kind of pizza sounds amazing, ADD, dude. It's so good. And it just tastes so fresh and like, you don't have a stomach ache afterwards if you like me. Greasy shit. Yes, I love barbecue chicken pizza. Oh yeah. Honestly, Cortina's homemade pizzas have become my favorite. You know what's really good is a spaghettio pizza. Like just pour a can of spaghettios on a pizza, and then put some cheese on there. But well, Cortina, like I said, she makes pizza crust, and it's incredible. No, that was bullshit. Yeah, barbecue pizza is so good. So is buffalo chicken. I agree. I used to go to a place called Pizza Street, and they had a mac and cheese pizza and a taco pizza. Woodstock's Pizza in Santa Barbara. I've never heard of that, but it makes sense. My dad has perfected using wheat bread for pizza. Interesting. Taco pizza is really good. Nothing like, oh man, I love BJ's Pizza. That shit was good. California. Prime Energy. Yeah, I've had those. Those aren't bad. He puts honey in the wheat bread. That'd be good. I watched a story the other night about Mega Man 7. Y'all know Mega Man 7 was made in 3 months? Where am I located? That is not a favorite question. Did not mean to get that. Boo. Ah, fuck. What? What, Kid Jackson? I currently have him. Oh my gosh. The only way he eats. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. The only way he eats is if I throw cold hard steaks at his face. Yeah, Mega Man 7 was made in 3 months for Super Nintendo. Stick around, this game is hard, I gotta get in my groove. Then we're gonna play some Oblivion for like an hour. Or maybe I'll go to bed early and try to wake up in the morning and play some. It is slow tonight. It's been a really fun night. I've had a great night talking, but it has been slow on stars this evening. Which is okay, it's been an awesome month. But it does make it easier to be like, okay, I'm gonna, wrap up and try again in the morning. Okay. Maybe we should try a baseball game on Super Nintendo. I'll play Oblivion in the morning. Because I'm gonna get way too into it. I'm gonna try to get on by like 9:30 tomorrow. I'm gonna try to wake up at 8:30. As soon as I wake up, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and make an espresso. Ah, shit. Maybe I'll even jump in the pool in the morning. Who knows? Why not? Start going for a swim. I probably won't be able to sleep because I want to get the download done for tomorrow, so I should be up to watch your stream. There you go. Fuck that. Wasn't paying attention. I am getting tired. I could totally sleep. Well, just because I'm drinking a Red Bull. I should at least do like another hour. But I should be able to sleep. Should have rethought that Red Bull. Maybe I can play 2 hours of Oblivion. I don't know. Sleep till 9:30, start at 10:30. I don't know. I have it written down as Oblivion. What would you guys rather see? Would you guys rather see? Because even if I did Oblivion from like 10:30 to 2:30, 10:30 to like 1, I'd still be happy with that. If I stayed up a little later, there's no way I'm waking up at 8:30. If I go to bed now, which I probably could fall asleep even after the Red Bull, I might just have some wicked dreams, or just be up laying there for a while. I don't know, but. Would you guys rather see random Super Nintendo games, or would you rather me play Oblivion? Why don't we take a poll on that? What should I next? Play Oblivion or retro? You don't have to be sorry for asking. It's okay. I just will. If there was a smaller crowd here, I probably would be more apt to answer you. But with there being more people here, I really don't like to state my location, just because of possible trolls. But when it's a smaller show, Ricky, I'll be more than happy to probably answer that, but I feel less comfortable answering that when I have more discussion. You know, in the mornings, I usually only have like 10 or 12. Whoops, whoops, whoops. New poll. Actually put the wrong one up. Tiffany, how are you doing? Tiffany, I think I'm gonna do I won't lie, like I'm really glad the realm is open, but I kind of don't know what to do in Minecraft right now, so it's kind of hard to get back into it. Motherfucker, seriously, kind of having a hard time getting back into it. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna keep this YouTube show around 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and end now on YouTube. If you want to watch more of my content, you can check out my YouTube channel, and you can also check me out on Facebook Gaming, catch me live. I'm gonna continue the live show here right now, but make sure to like the stream and hit the subscribe button and check out more of these videos that come out later, as well as some of my older content on YouTube, and try to find me on Facebook and Twitch. Take it easy on YouTube and hit that like button. Goodbye, everyone.